Michael Carrick, since taking over for Ruben Amorim, has won 3 out of 3 games. And now people are saying, oh, every time he takes over as manager, he's unbeaten. It's time to give him the permanent manager position, which is going to be the worst mistake Man United can do, because they are not performing because Michael Carrick is a genius, or his trainings are immense, or because he's a great player development. Doesn't have great tactics. No. It's because in both situations when he's taken over, the players were unhappy with the former manager, Amorim, Eric Ten Hag, whoever. He is always taking over after a very bad situation. And the problem is, these former managers are actually trying to change the system, implement their stuff. They are training immensely, and these players are unhappy because, for one, they don't like the system. For two, they have to go out and really work on the system multiple times, getting very limited days off. But Michael Carrick knows this, and he wants to be the permanent manager. He comes in right after Amorim beats City 2-0, beats Arsenal 3-2, and now he beat Fulham as well 3-2. So you know what that means? He changed the system from Amorim's to a system that he knows all the players want to play. Bruno and so forth. They all want to play that 4-2-3-1. That's how they feel they play best. He's going to implement it. He doesn't care. And it's not going to be a long-term, positive thing. Yeah, it's going to give you results after a few games after, but it's not going to be sustainable. And I'm telling you this, Man United will eventually start dropping silly points. You're going to be like, how have they beaten City and Arsenal and Fulham straight away, and now they're losing to Tottenham? How are they losing to Brentford? How are they losing to Nottingham? Because this isn't sustainable. He's not being a tactical genius. It's just the players went from such a situation they hated to, oh yeah, this man's doing whatever we want. Because look at this. Michael Carrick gives a day off after matches to Man United squad. This is a strange move, since this did not happen with Eric Ten Hag nor Ruben Amorim. So, both situations, they were not being given days off. The players wanted days off. Obviously, the players want a day off. Michael Carrick sees this, and he's like, I'm not going to do that to you guys. Please be happy with me and perform, and we'll continue to do this. And the players are performing, not because it's a great system, not because, he's a great manager. No, because he is being a yes man. He is catering to these players, getting results in hopes of being able to get good enough results in the time period he's been given, the test run, to be the permanent manager. He's not going off, this tactical situation or this or that or the other. No. Michael Carrick is trying to ride on the coattails of individual performances. That's how every single one of these games has gone. Mbeumo, individual performance. That's the reason why they won. Dorgu as well. And then against Arsenal, those were moments. Those were bangers that Dorgu will never hit a ball so smoothly as well. He did hit the ball with his hand. And Cunha will not be able to get that space and hit the ball so smoothly. That doesn't happen. And then as well, against Fulham, you choke in the lead. And then Sesko has an individual, moment that gives you the 3-2 win. So he's not winning because his system or he's overrunning. No. It's individual moments that are winning, which has been Man United's downfall, because it's not sustainable, and then it all crashes down, which will eventually happen to Michael Carrick. Now, look, everybody's all smiles because they're getting what they want from Carrick. Everybody's overperforming. Casemiro, all these players, they are absolutely loving it because Michael Carrick's like, oh, what do you guys want to run today? Rondos for the whole time? Let's get it going. Rondos for the whole time. Oh, 11v11, let's do it. Let's just stay sharp enough so we can perform on the weekend. Who cares about our system? Who cares about everything? Just stay, it's all mindset, lads. All mindset. Just give me performances. Let's get Champions League football. Let's really put in a great run of games, and let me get this permanent position, and then it's going to be a permanent, you can do whatever you want, which is long-term not going to work. Because you bring in Luis Enrique, oh, you think you're getting a day off after the match? No, mate. There's a new system in place, and that is going to be the best thing to happen to Man United. Like I said, a Luis Enrique type of manager to come in, implement his system with his players, get the proper backing, then you're going to rise back to the top. But for now, you're going to live off moments. Sorry to tell you, but that is how Man United have been rolling. You bring in a manager, a foreign manager, to come implement a system. Players hate it. You back the players who've been here forever, have gone rinse and repeat. Happened with Ten Hag, happened with Amorim, and boom, Michael Carrick comes in, gets some results. You bring somebody else, boom, you kick them out. And then guess what? You bring in a former player to come and cater the players, get overachieve, and then it crashes down on them. You bring a foreign manager, Then then he ends up having the players mad. You know, God forbid Luke Shaw, who's been here for such a long period of time, is unhappy. God forbid Bruno Fernandes is unhappy. God forbid all these players that have been here and been mediocre for so long at Man United, you have been preferring them over systems. That is why your club is so trash.